While most CPAs focus on what happened last year, our friend Dan Mullen at GTG Tax Planning helps you plan for what's next. He's especially sharp with business owners and real estate investors, helping you legally minimize taxes while positioning yourself to look strong when it comes time to qualifying for financing. And because he understands both tax strategy and lending, he helps you make smarter financial decisions before they become expensive ones. Discover how you can look poor to the IRS and rich to the lender. Book a short discovery call today at gtgtax.com. That's gtgtax.com.
They're polite to old people, dogs, and kids. That's right. They're the nice guys on business.
Next week, let's see if we remember this. Let's play the first voicemail that we ever got back in 2016.
You still have it?
I do. I have all the voicemails. I've never erased a voicemail.
Get out.
I have every single voicemail that was ever left for the Nice Guys on Business podcast.
Well, don't spoil the surprise. I'm dying to hear the very first voicemail left for us because I don't even know who it was.
Oh, you don't even. Oh, I told you don't listen to the episode then.
Because you said it and I wasn't listening.
You just weren't listening.
I was not paying attention. It's very possible.
All right. Well, we'll cut. It's very possible. It's definitely possible.
It's 100% that you said it and I completely missed it.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that the nice guys didn't exist. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
All right, I'm recording this week because you totally fucked up the entire recording.
Is it time to make the donuts yet? Yeah, I think there was an issue with Hindenburg, and I'm not guaranteeing that it's fixed this week. I don't know.
Wait, with Hindenburg or with Zoom?
Pretty sure it was a conflict between Hindenburg and Zoom. Because I did realize as soon as after I shut Hindenburg down, it was whenever I would open Hindenburg or try to, but again, I've been doing it for, 7-8 years with Hindenburg and never had a problem. So.
All right. Well, we're going to try it since I'm not.
Now here we go. Wait a minute. Yeah, it just actually did it again. Wait a minute.
All right. So you're having the problem.
I've got Hindenburg open and I don't hear you now.
That is.
Yeah. And now it's hung up again.
Totally
fucking
weird.
Hindenburg. What the fuck?
All right.
So if I close Hindenburg,
then
what happens? Can I?
No, now just unmute yourself.
Right, now I'm trying to unmute, but you can't see my fucking microphone. No, I don't want the eMeet mic. I want the Shure mic.
There you go. That's it.
I want the Shure headphones.
All right, well, here's what I'll do. I will just do I'm going to play, we're going to have to scrap Jared's voicemail music, theme song from Jared's, from voicemail, and I'll just play the voicemail. Do we have any voicemails?
Yeah, we have 3.
Okay, I'll just play the voicemails from my side until you either update or work out or come up with another program that you can play the voicemails in. That seems stupid, though, doesn't it?
It is very weird because I actually did check when I realized it might have been Hindenburg. I checked and updated Hindenburg and it said, yep, all up to date, no problem. But just now, I tried to change the settings in Hindenburg to go from speakers to headphones, and that's when it just kicked everything out.
Okay. All right.
Hung me up again.
All right. Well, you'll notice by looking at my list here that these are topics that I came up with for today.
Dude, I'm just going to sit back and relax and have a beer and let you talk because that's a lot of fucking topics.
No problem. You can do that. Now, I'm going to need you to contribute to the conversation. So so we went out to dinner last night with a couple that JJ knows from a local networking group, real nice couple. And we went to dinner and we ordered, and 20 or 30 minutes later, nothing had come to the table except for the drinks. And we thought that was a little unusual. The restaurant didn't seem filled. And the waiter was super nice, and we were just chilling. We were having a great conversation, so we weren't missing dinner, but it was kind of unusual that it was taking so long in a restaurant that's not like overly filled that it would take that long.
Then did you order appetizers or salads?
No, nothing.
Just
like that.
Going right into entrees. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a casual place. It's not like a white tablecloth place. It's at the public golf course across the street, and they have good burgers and really casual fare. So about 20 or 30 minutes later, when we hadn't gotten our meal, but we had gotten our drinks, the waiter came over and said, "I don't know what's taking so long, but I'm going to buy you guys another round of drinks."
Nice. Gotta love that.
Super nice of him. So here I am on a Wednesday night, toasted at the table already. They were pretty big drinks. I mean, I ordered an old fashioned, and normally it's like an ounce and a half, and then they put the ice in there, and then it's like, the glass is kind of half filled. This was a glass of bourbon that was to the top.
Oh shit.
And I thought, I can't get another old fashioned, because if I do, I'm not even gonna be, we walk there because it's very close to our house. Like, we won't even be able to fucking walk home. So I ended up getting a glass of Prosecco, like bubbles instead. And it was really good. But I came home, I was pretty well lit from just those two. I know 2 drinks is nothing to you, but to me, it's enough to put me over the top.
Hey, to each his own. It's all good. Hey, by the way, welcome back. Welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. I realize I want to get that in now because Doug has lots of topics and I don't want to forget.
Okay, so my first topic, now I can't remember if you brought this to my attention or if my son brought it to my attention. Did you tell me to watch the show Silo?
No, I did watch half of the first season.
Really? Okay, you
it
watched
was
half
like
the first.
Interesting, but I couldn't quite.
All right, so let me start with the bad. Let me start with the bad, because I really overall I like the show and I like the plot that it's going for, or it has, and where they're going. But if you don't like a dark show, and I don't mean set a topic, it could be like a dark comedy or anything like that. But if you don't like a show that's shot with a camera that's dark, you're having a tough time seeing anything in this show. Do you recall that at all?
I am going to probably date myself here. I remember when the X-Files was on Fox.
I haven't seen that in forever.
I remember, maybe it was just my TV at the time, but I remember thinking every time I watch it, I'm like, it's so fucking dark and I can't tell what's going on. And as the series went on and got more popular, like everybody was like, oh, this is so hip and this is so cool. It just got fucking darker because it's like, oh, people like this hip look. Let's make it even more hip by turning the lights down even more.
I just think that there's so much less that they have to do from a production perspective if it's just darker. But this entire show takes place 140 years in the future. And they've been living in this silo for 140 years, and all of their past history, archives, and everything have been taken away from them. So no one that lives in the silo even know why they're in the silo.
Oh, damn.
So they say we know that we couldn't go out in the past or something like that. We know that it's bad out there. We don't know why we're here. We don't know what happened. We do know that we can't go outside today. And that's basically the premise of all of this. And if somebody is in the silo and they say, I want to go out or I want to leave, under law, they must go. They have to go outside. So the whole show is, at least in the first handful of episodes that I've seen, the whole show is under the premise of they have to clean the camera that's outside because they have one camera that's like I'm taking it. You remember this part of it.
Yeah, I'm remembering as you're saying it. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no elevator on it. They have one big generator that's running the whole place, and it's like a silo. So it's just straight up like hundreds of levels. And if they want to get to like level 144, they have to walk. So they have to camp out to get there.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So anybody in our community that has seen the show, I would love to hear your feedback. Don't give us any spoilers because I want to watch the show in peace. But
so are you still in the first season then? You're in the middle of the first season?
Oh, yeah, very much. I think we're only at maybe
4 episodes in, maybe something like that. 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, maybe.
I think 4 or 5 might have been where I gave up. I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
And do you remember why you gave it up?
It was at least 2 years ago that I watched it. So if you say it's good, I
Oh.
might give it another shot.
It's been out a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think a second season just came out recently.
I think there are 3 seasons of the show.
Okay, well, maybe it's
And-
been quite a while then.
And are you watching anything on Netflix or Apple TV? Because I think is it Apple TV that it's on, or maybe it is Netflix that it's on.
I don't
Might be Apple TV.
remember. I don't remember. But
You wa-
I
you
got
watching
2
something?
shows.
Yeah.
I got one that I really liked, or that I am enjoying, and another one that I really, really have not liked. So I'm going to give you the bad one first. There's a show called Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed.
Hmm.
And it's a weird title because it's really like a thriller mystery kind of thing. It's on Apple.
Uh-huh.
And it's a little weird and twisted, but it's Tatiana Maslany stars in it, who I like. And I like
what was it?
Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed.
All right. What's the premise?
Well, it's a little weird. It's this woman who is split from her husband, but she goes online and she meets like this cam boy, right? Like
What's a cam boy?
like a sex worker guy, but
Oh,
he works,
okay.
but only not in person, just does it by camera, right?
Oh, cam work. I
Cam.
got it. I got it. Cam boy. I got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
And she ends up getting scammed, like he's trying to blackmail her for 10 grand or something, right?
Okay.
She goes figures out where he lives. He happens to live in the city where she lives. And when she gets to his house,
Yeah.
he's dead.
Whoa. Okay.
And it all just kind of spirals from there. But
Is
it's
she
like this.
somehow blamed for the death.
Yes, very much
Okay.
so.
And then the fact that he blackmailing her is probably what the cops are saying. That's your motivation because he's blackmailing you.
Right. And there's all kinds of little interesting twists to
Yeah.
it, right? But okay, what I didn't like about it was the first season is, I don't know, 8, 10 episodes or whatever.
So
right?
is this like an episode of Nice Guys on Business where these are the shows you shouldn't be watching on Apple TV or Netflix?
I'm super curious if there's anybody else that has watched this
Never
show
heard of
and
it,
has
never
liked it,
heard of
because I thought I liked it enough to watch all the way through to the end of the first season, but it was one of these like Lost or Manifest where it's like I'm waiting to hear the answers. They're giving us all these twists, right?
Right.
And it's very much set up like a series that is a mystery that gets solved at the end of the season, and there may be another new mystery the next season. Okay, I'm okay with that, right?
Okay.
So we get to the last episode, and there's all kinds of other little weird, twisty things going, right?
Yeah.
You get to the end of the first episode, and it answers a couple questions, but leaves a whole bunch of shit open,
Fucking tease.
and then opens up a new can of worms for the next season. So my issue with it was 2/3 of the questions from the first mystery are not answered.
That's not good.
And
That's
it's
not
like,
good.
no,
You need some payoff, and you didn't feel like you were getting the payoff, and the acting wasn't good enough where you felt like you could stay in tune to the show. You were really staying in tune to the show for the payoff.
Right. And I really like Tatiana Maslany, and I thought the acting wasn't great, which was surprising because she's really good usually, but maybe it's the characters.
All right, so that's the show that you aren't watching. Now,
Right.
what's the show you are watching?
Okay, what I am watching, I think it's on Prime, is Ride or Die.
What is that?
Octavia Spencer and Hannah Waddington from Ted Lasso. You watched Ted Lasso, right?
Yeah, hold on. I'm writing these down because I'm interested in seeing it. Which character? Hold on, I'll just Google it.
This is a really good one so far. I think we're 4, maybe 5 episodes in.
It's called Ride or Die.
Ride or Die. Okay, so I'll give you the opening. There's no spoiler here because this all happens.
Oh, I like her. I like her. She's the boss bitch.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Got
and
it.
so in the very beginning of the first episode, first thing you see is a sniper rifle on top of a mountain.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
And it's like it pulls out and you see this person in like snow gear, and then they are training this sniper rifle on somebody who's like a quarter mile down the mountain at this big party, right? And you're like, oh wow, this is great. And then you see that it's Hannah Waddington, right?
Is
And
Hannah
so
Waddington the sniper or
she's the
target?
sniper?
Oh.
She's the sniper, right?
Okay.
And so like this guy that she's targeting, he's like this, looks like a fat Russian guy, like a politician or something, and partying away with a bunch of young women and drinking. And she's like zooming on him and she's doing it. And then all of a sudden she stops and she like starts taking the gun apart and puts it away.
No.
And we're like, what the fuck? And she gets in her skis. She goes down to the party, right? And she goes walking into the party, grabs a knife, walks by him and just fucking stabs him and just keeps going.
She's like, I don't want to be unknown about what I'm doing. I want to be visible, and I want to just kill him because that's how much I hate this motherfucker.
Right. Exactly.
I thought she was going to pack it up and think, oh shit, it's my husband or something like that.
No. And so she does that. And then they chase after her and she gets on skis and she's being chased by 3 or 4 guys. And she's just a total badass. I mean, she is a total badass.
One season only or multiple seasons?
1 season only as of now, because I believe the season, I don't even know if all the episodes are out yet, but it just came out a couple months ago. I'd be surprised if they did not have a second season because it's really, really good.
Well, I was bumming because I watched, what is this, season 3 of Ted Lasso? Is that what's out now? Or 2?
Oh, the brand new one with the women's soccer team?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to.
So don't watch it because you can only watch 1 episode. So when I went to Apple TV to watch Ted Lasso, we watched it. It was like, fuck, I hate that. I like to be able to accumulate a few episodes so I can have some dead soldiers as I'm watching it rather than it's horrible when you get interested in a show and it's like, oh fuck, and now I got to wait a month before the next episode. No, I like to binge watch everything that we do.
Dude, we have gotten so fucking spoiled. I'm with you 100%. I mean, it used to be not only do you only get 1 episode a week, but you have to tune in Mondays at 8 or you fucking miss it, right?
Oh, yeah. I go back to Mork and Mindy. I don't remember what year it was, but it was probably the late 70s, early 80s, whenever that show first came out. And I remember like, oh my God, the anticipation for this is Mork calling Orson, Mork calling Orson. And then the episode happened and then you got to wait until next Tuesday at 8 p.m. for the next episode. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I did that with Happy Days already. I'm not looking to do that with Mork and Mindy and every other show, but we're and then that was in an era when Nice Guy Community. If you don't know what we're talking about, ask your parents. All right. Because that's the only way we were able to watch TV. This was before DVRs. Even maybe a little bit before the popularity of VCRs when you could record with VCRs. So that's okay. So I got 2 shows. I got the Ride or Die, and which is a must watch, and Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, which is a maybe watch for me just to get.
Well, this is actually very funny because I just decided to look this up on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
Maximum Pleasure Guarantee is like 93%.
People
seem to really like it. I wanted to like it. I really wanted to.
And remind me, what was it that you didn't like specifically about it?
Like it felt like the pieces of the puzzle were coming together, not only coming together slowly, but like they didn't make that much sense. It felt like a little contrived. And you get to the end of the first season and it's like 3/4 of the questions are still unanswered.
Yeah, that's not good. I would probably avoid a show if I felt like you didn't have you need the cum shot. If you don't get the cum shot, it's not good. Speaking of which, I'm going to take a really hard right turn here because I think this is an important subject to listen to if you are a married couple or a man that is older than maybe 55. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm going down this path because I really think it's important. Have you ever taken Saul Palmetto?
Saul Palmetto. I've heard of it. I don't believe I've ever taken it.
All right. Do you take any supplements to further enhance your masculinity at all? Testosterone, male supplement, anything, Cialis, anything at all to just kind of as an aid?
None of that. No.
Have you recognized, and maybe you're not part of this part of your age yet, maybe you're not because you're maybe the anomaly that's out there, but there's always, I would think, some level of either performance issue or the way that you feel, or do you get up like 5 times in the night to pee or anything like that? Like if you're a wife of a husband that is in his late 50s, 60s, 70s, is your husband experiencing that? And if you're a guy that's in our community that is that age, are you experiencing that at all? Because I've noticed a couple things. One, I get up more often than I think I ever have in the course of the night. Sometimes I get up 2 times to pee. I mean, like fucking pee. Didn't when we were kids, we used to go to bed at 6 o'clock and wake up 6 a.m. the next morning and didn't have to even go to the bathroom then.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's so no supplements at all. So Saul Palmetto is one of those like natural remedies that will help you. I don't know if it's
I just looked it up. Help manage urinary symptoms from an enlarged prostate and to slow down hair loss.
Slow down hair loss.
That's what it says.
I didn't even realize that was that side effect of that.
Now, of course, large, rigorous medical studies show that Saul Palmetto works about as well as a placebo for treating enlarged prostates, though some individuals report mild symptom relief.
I hate hearing shit like that. You know, there's so many medications. They even do, like with hardcore pharmaceuticals. Have you ever, we have a show. I guess we could name the show, but I won't name the show just in case. We're not supposed to for any kind
you
of
mean the podcast show?
Yeah, the podcast. For HIPAA regulations. But we have a podcast that is a client of ours that is a medical show, and they work with heavy duty pharmaceuticals. I mean, in a healing way. They work a lot with cancers, and they talk about the research and the tests, and oftentimes the placebo works as effectively as this drug. And I'm like, for fucking cancer. It's like, how much power does our brain actually have to overcome cancer as opposed to using a heavy duty pharmaceutical to help you overcome cancer? I mean, it's pretty interesting.
Dude, I'm a huge believer in that I think, you know, our brains have much more control over our bodies and our health
than we give credit to.
100%.
So I've been taking this Saul Palmetto probably for about the last, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years. And I don't know that I noticed a difference. And then I ran out of it.
See, that's the thing, right? Like I've in the past have done some kinds of supplements like for months at a time. And if I feel like I didn't really notice a difference, if I stop immediately, then do I notice a difference? And most of them for me, I haven't. But you're saying that as soon as you stop taking it, you know.
Well, again, part of it is if I hadn't stopped taking it, which you know when you run out of something, the bottle is empty. So it's pretty obvious that the bottle is empty. But if somebody instead of putting Saul Palmetto extract in the bottle, they had put apple juice in the bottle and I kept taking it, but there was no Saul Palmetto in there, would I still have the same effects? Because I felt like for the 2 years that I was taking it, it was doing a good job.
Yeah.
And then I stopped taking it, but I realized I stopped taking it. And I'm like, why am I getting up like 2 or 3 times a night now? Why am I getting up? Like, so I'm back on it again. And then I was telling JJ about it, and she was like, why don't you just we have this renowned physician that actually lives in Ojai. And he does things like bioidentical hormones, and he checks testosterone levels and all of that. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to go to this. It may be all, I don't think it's quackery. I really do believe in it because I feel like I ran out of the saw palmetto and I started immediately feeling like, why am I getting up so often? And I did notice when I was taking it that I was doing better. So I don't know, this whole subject of testosterone. Like, have you had a blood test where you've checked your level of testosterone?
That's a good question. I did do about 6 months ago. I did this function where it's like they do a whole bunch of tests.
Right.
And I honestly don't even know if testosterone was one of them because now I want to look it up.
Yeah.
Because I don't think about that stuff, like specifically testosterone, but
well, and the only reason that I think about shit like that is not for the testosterone level, but because of my dad died from prostate cancer. So I'm like, prostate, it could, but my dad was like, he was not the healthiest of people to begin with. I mean, he was drinking tons of diet soda. He didn't have the best diet. He was constantly battling with his weight. And I don't know if any of that, and he just, his social life, his whole emotional well-being was not there. He had several broken marriages. Wait a minute, I have several broken marriages too. That, just bad relationships in a lot of instances in his life. And I feel like from a socio perspective, I do much better than my dad was doing, although I didn't really know him that well personally. I knew him professionally. I hate to make that sound like that, but my parents were divorced at a very young age. So I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know any of that stuff. How were testosterone levels for him? Did he have any of this stuff that he was dealing with? Did he watch Silo? I don't know any of that. I don't know any of that
prostate cancer it can be genetic. It's definitely
any kind of cancer could be genetic. My mom had thyroid cancer. My dad had Hodgkin's disease, and my dad died of my mom thyroid, my brother Hodgkin's, and my dad prostate. I'm like, okay, well, everybody in my family has had cancer except for me. Is this reason to be alarmed? I don't know, or I do know, and just who knows? Anyway, so I'm going to this doctor, Dr. Gruen, on Tuesday because I'm really curious, like what my levels are on all of the stuff. Like, what's my PSA level? What's my testosterone level? So just curious.
So my function health test did, in fact, include that, and so I'm in the normal range. Let's see, my total testosterone is at 368, and in range is 250 to 1100. So I guess it's towards the low end of the range.
250 to 1100 is normal. Yours is at 368. So yeah, you're at the lower end of normal, but you're still well within the level. Did you also do PSA on that one too?
PSA, what's PSA?
PSA is your prostate specific antigen. I think that's what that is.
Let's look it up. Your PSA, prostate specific antigens.
There you go. What's the number? Is it like 3.2?
PSA range, PSA specific.
Yeah, there's three.
So I've got the percentage, not bound. My not bound is below range. Now, what does that mean? Is that good or bad?
I think that's good. I think the higher the number, the worse your, I think if you're looking at I don't know specifically because I don't have that test right in front of me. But
it does say a low percentage happens when the prostate produces more PSA than that's bound to proteins, a pattern linked to cancer. Okay.
Oh, all right. So there, I've just opened up Pandora's box for you. Now you have to figure it out. Let me look at my numbers. Hold on a second. I'm going to open up. Where is my most recent one, which I don't think was very recent, but not too. Okay, there we go.
But it is interesting because my PSA free and PSA total are both in range.
What was your PSA free number or total number? What was it?
2.5.
Yeah, so mine was 3.8, which I think is not. It's still within normal, but very much on the high.
Yeah, this says 4 or above is above range and not good. So you're very close.
And what is your PSA free? What's that number? PSA percentage free. Mine was an 18, which again I think is within range.
Mine says 0.4. I don't know what that means.
Oh yeah, mine's 0.7 on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't understand how I know my numbers are on the higher end, but not unusual for somebody that's a little bit older. It's just a matter of whether it's so anyway, I'm going to have those numbers redone since I haven't done them since November of 2024. So it's been about 2 years. So I have to have those redone anyway. I can tell you from my perspective, at least, that Cialis does work. I don't know if you've ever taken any of it. Have you ever done any of those?
Yeah, I have on occasion, and I have found that they do work. Now, the question is it placebo effect? Like you have more confidence when you take it, or I don't know.
I don't know. And I'm very curious if anybody in our community has taken Cialis or Viagra or any of those. And I'm taking the lowest dosage that you could get, and I'm not doing it as a daily. I'm just doing it as needed, which was totally very interesting. So I did everything through CVS at Walgreens. Walgreens has a telemedicine number that you can call. So here's a PSA for everybody that's out there, and that's not protein specific antigen. This is public service announcement. So I have a public service announcement. If you want to have access to anything like Cialis or Viagra or any of those types of medications that will help you get aroused, stay aroused, all of the arousal buttons, you don't have to specifically go to a doctor, but you do need to call a health professional. Don't buy like, I'm going to Mexico to get it. So it's, or of course, don't go to Mexico to get it, but don't buy from an unreliable source. So Walgreens and CVS have a program where you can actually call them. You either talk to somebody or you can do it completely online. You answer a bunch of questions, and then based upon the answers to the questions, they'll prescribe it to you. So I did that, and they gave me a not a daily, but an as needed, and they gave me a 5 milligram dosage, which is the smallest dosage that you can get. And so I go to the pharmacy to have it filled, or no, they call the pharmacy. You just go to the pharmacy. You tell them what pharmacy you go to. I gave them the name of my pharmacy. I go there and I pick it up. Okay, guess how much 15 pills of Cialis cost if you're, just take a wild guess.
Dude, I don't even want to know because I get it from, I don't go to fucking Mexico, but I definitely did find like a, third party place that's like Canadian, whatever. And it's pretty fucking cheap.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that yours through CVS is, let's see, 15 pills. Let's just, and it's the lowest dosage.
Lowest dosage that you can get.
Like, okay, if it's like $5
now, I do have insurance. I do have insurance, just so you know. I do have insurance, but I don't know if insurance covers any of it. I have no idea. I just walk in there and they tell me how much to pay, and I pay it.
I don't know. So what you're paying, you don't know if it has been supplemented by insurance.
Correct. I don't know that, but I don't remember giving them any insurance information either. So that I don't know either.
Well, but they may have it already if you've gotten prescriptions before.
Correct. But I have a huge deductible, a $7,500 deductible. So I don't think it's superseded $7,500, right?
No. I'm going to say $75.
Okay, so I go in there and they give me 15 pills, and I'm ready for whatever number that they give me. Yeah. I have my HSA card, and I'm like, they go, Mr. Sandlin, it's $2.85. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, is that per pill? Like, no, it's $2.85.
Well, it sounds like it was like supplemented with insurance.
I guess I don't know, but let me ask you this: do you have insurance?
Yeah.
Okay, so
but now where I get it, I know it doesn't use insurance. They don't.
I know where you go, you don't get insurance, but I'm saying to you, just call Walgreens and just go through the same thing that I went through, and they'll give you what you want. And 15 pills was $2.85.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm like, I laughed. I physically laughed out loud. I'm like, as I said, is that per pill? And they laughed back, and they said, no, that's what your prescription costs. I'm like, okay. I said, I said, what's wrong with it?
I may have to check it out then. I may have to check it out.
Yeah, it's surprisingly inexpensive and very accessible. I'm like, okay, thank you. So they called me 2 weeks later and they said, it's time to have your prescription refilled. I'm like, I still have some in the bottle. Like, well, your provider is calling in saying, refill it for you. I'm like, okay. So I went in $2.85 the second time.
Gotta love
like, okay. You know what? I probably could look up on, sorry, I'm not going to do it right now. I'll have the information for you next week, whether it was like insurance subsidized or not.
Yeah. I'm super curious about that. Now, 5 milligrams is a very low dose.
Do you know what
I get 20.
Oh, a 20.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
God, boner for days. What's going on there? How does that work? That's got to work really well. Any side effects from 20 milligrams? Because I could take 4 of these.
You should definitely look it up because
the thing I don't get is this. Okay. All right. So can we just lower the whatever it's called? How do you lower the window of not skepticism, but just be real for a second here?
Okay.
How does your fucking cock know if it's a daily or an as needed basis? How does it know that? Because it says not to be taken daily. So I because I was curious, and not to be taken more than one time in 48 hours. I'm like,
because that's weird too.
I know.
Because I thought that dosage was the daily. If you do it daily, I thought that was it.
So I asked the question, well, is there a different type of pill, Cialis, if I was going to take it a different 5 milligrams, if I was going to take it every day? And he goes, no, it's the same pill. I'm like, well, why is it necessary to say not to be taken daily? I'm like, if I wanted to take it daily, could I? She goes, I guess you could, but you really need to talk to your physician about that. I'm like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Okay, couple things. My understanding on Cialis is it just helps you stay ready rather than it's not an exciter.
No.
So it's just when you get excited, it keeps you excited. Well, how the fuck does it know? That's what I want to know. How does it know?
It's because it's about blood flow. That's what it affects. Because when it first came out, it was something for, I think, high blood pressure or something. It was for something else. And as a lot of men took it, they were like, hey, by the way, I seem to be getting hard a lot, all the time. And I really had trouble with that before. So basically it was designed for blood flow, and that just happens to be a place where you could use a little help with blood flow.
So I guess I understand now why it says on the bottle one of the side effects is headaches, because when you have less blood flow in your head, or maybe there's more blood flow going through your body, maybe there is a headache that is possible. The other thing it says it has a side effect is like stuffiness or stuffed nose. I'm like, I'm not putting my penis in my nostrils. I don't understand why is that going on?
Oh God.
I mean, I don't get it at all. Anyway, so I got 30 of these. I'm minus a few in here because I've been testing them out.
Yeah, I got to do extensive testing. Yeah.
I'm doing some testing. I'm waiting for the next prescription so I can do 45 days in a row. What's this all about?
Oh my!
So anyway, this has been a fun couple of weeks.
You and JJ are doing well, apparently. So that's good.
Apparently, everything is good. Everything is good at home. Okay, so anything to add to that subject? Because the difference between Cialis and Viagra, I don't know that there is any difference at all. Is there?
Yes,
there is a difference.
2 totally different drugs. And my understanding is that Viagra works quicker, but not for as long. I think Viagra is supposed to work for like 3 or 4 hours, and Cialis is good for up to 36 hours.
36 hours. I heard the same thing. I'm like, holy fuck, what are they? I'm not going to an orgy. It's an overnight fucking bender or something. I don't know what's going on there, but okay. So I got it. All right. Can I take another really sharp turn here?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to make another. I'm going to almost complete the square that we're building here. So I was talking to my mom about pre-planning cremation. I know this. Whoa, that's a whole different subject.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to keep up with this. Check your hymn books because we're in there. So I was talking to my mom about pre-planning, and when I think I mentioned to you last time I was in Baltimore, we took care of all of that for my mom. So get a call from my mom the other day. It's like now I'm starting to get like when my mom starts calling me like she's upset because she's been worried about something. I'm like, Mom, you don't have anything to worry about. Everything's going to be taken care of. She goes, Well, I think I want another place to do my cremation. I don't know anything about this other place. And what if they don't do it right? Or I didn't really like the guy that came. He was dressed so casually. I said, I told him to come casually because I'm like, do you need a guy in a suit to be cremating you? I mean, what the fuck? So she goes, well, I was also thinking about like where the ceremony is going to be. And I really want it to be done by Saul Levinson. Now, Saul Levinson in Baltimore is the Jewish funeral home that everybody has. So I'm like, getting on the Saul, and it's like, I don't care if we lose the money that we gave to this other company. I'm like, Mom, it was like $3,500. I don't want you to lose $3,500. I get on the Saul Levinson site and I get their number and I call their pre-planning person. I'm like, hey, can you send me a price list for some of your pre-planning services? Saul Levinson is almost twice as expensive for just the basic cremation services.
I'm surprised it's not even more than that.
They've
been around for 100 years.
I know, 100 plus years,
and
right?
Look,
if
you know
Jewish
this better than me. Exactly.
Jewish
if you're Jewish, that's who you use. That's it.
And that's exactly why I didn't want to use them.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom's like, and my mom's 93, so she's don't wish this upon anybody's parent, and especially don't wish this upon my mom. But my mom's, she's knocking on the door. I mean, she's close.
Yeah.
So. And she's very healthy right now, and I hope she lives for another 20 years. But the probability is that that's not what's going to happen. So she's like telling me, I was staying up late. I was worried about it. She goes, I don't care if we lose the money. Let's just have it done at Levinson's. I'm looking it up, and it's almost twice as expensive. And I'm like, I'm calling my mom back, and I'm like, Mom, let's not do that. I said, is there anything else like you're concerned about? And she said, well, I really want the service to be at Saul Levinson's too, because my mom just went to a service for one of her 80-something-year-old friends who passed away, Susan. And she goes, oh, it was just so lovely. It was just, and somebody got in, the rabbi spoke, and I really want a rabbi to talk at I'm like, Mom, when's the last time you went to fucking synagogue? I haven't been to synagogue in a really long time. And I'm like, well, why do you need a fucking rabbi to do your... She says, well, you're going to talk. I know it. And I was getting the vibe that my mom didn't want me to talk at her funeral because she thinks I'm going to try to be funny, or I'm going to use it as an opportunity to like do stand up, or I don't know what the fuck's going on. I said, Mom, I said, no offense, I don't have to talk at your funeral. Oh, no, I want you to talk, but I want there to be some officiant. I'm like, all right. So I checked the Saul Levinson's price list that I now have because the girl gave me all the information. The officiant, just the rabbi, literally a 10-minute talk, $750.
Mm-hmm. No,
rental. Oh, hold on. I'm not done yet. Not done yet. The rental of their chapel, which is the smallest room that's there, $3,000.
What? And that's not like all day. That's for an hour.
That doesn't include a receiving line. It doesn't include an urn. It doesn't include family visitation. It doesn't include anything at all other than the rental of a room that's probably 20 by 30.
That's insane.
Fuck, Mom.
It's such a fucking racket.
So
it's such a racket.
I'm letting her sit with it just for a little bit because I'm not going back to Baltimore until my nephew's wedding coming up in September. And I'm not going to say no because it's her money. She can do anything she wants with it.
Right.
But I think the angle that I have to approach this from, tell me if I'm wrong here. Every dollar that you spend on this service is a dollar that your great-grandchild is not going to have.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, fuck, Mom. I can't believe it. It's like I finally got her to make the decision and pull the trigger on cremation, and finally got her to commit to the pre-planning service. And then in her mind, she starts to mill it over again and again and again and again. And she called me. I mean, she was physically upset. She was crying to me on the phone that she didn't know how she was going to, she was worried about what I was going to say. And she was worried about, who's going to talk. And I'm like, I keep thinking in my mind, Mom, there's going to be like 15 people there. Let's give them all $500 instead. Right? Hey, we were going to have the ceremony and the service at Levinson's, but we decided that the money to you was more important. Here, encloses a check for $500. Thanks for loving my mom through her lifetime. I really think that we could do so much better with the money than give it to fucking Levinson's, who does not need the money.
Well, when your mom does pass, I plan on being there. So I'll be looking forward to my envelope when I get there. But if it doesn't show, that's okay. I still plan on being there.
So here's what I thought would be something that would be really good. And I appreciate you saying that. And Strickland, I don't want you to have to fly from Austin. Okay. It's okay.
Dude, come on. Absolutely. It's going to happen, but that's okay. Let's not put the cart in front of the horse. For me, dude, whatever you want to say at my funeral, I don't fucking care. If I die before you, I'm like, dude, I want to have a Quaker funeral where it's basically, I definitely just want to be cremated. I don't want to be fucking buried and have a headstone and any of that shit.
I'm with you.
So like a Quaker meeting is everybody comes in and then you sit, and it's usually in like benches that are kind of facing each other, like in a square.
Right.
And you sit in silence for an hour, and if the shit, I forgot the phrase now, but basically, if you feel moved to say something during Quaker meeting, you just get up and say it.
Right.
If the spirit moves you, basically, and it could be something deep and philosophical and religious, or it could just be something that happened to you last week. But usually,
I remember this band gig me and Strick were on. Remember the fucking band broke down for the 100th time.
Yeah.
Right. All of that.
Yeah. But that's what I want.
And
I want anybody that wants to just come up, fucking get up and
where is that going to be?
It's funny. I hadn't thought about it, but
like at a meeting hall, like at your home, where would it be?
Look, if I could do it at Stony Run meeting in Baltimore at Friends School, where I went to school for a couple of years, I would totally do that.
Okay. I got it. And that would, of course, be like, you'd probably just give them an honorarium, whatever a donation that you want to, if you even have to do that.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
I don't, I haven't been there in a long time, but I have to believe that I would be happy to make some kind of a donation for the time and effort of that if they requested it.
It is a fucking racket. I know people are going to die, and I know that they have to be somebody that will do the service, but I'm telling you, I've asked my kids, I'm like, hey, take my ashes, and here's 3 rivers. I want them scattered on there. Just tell me you're going to do it. And if you don't do it, it's fine. It's like, just lie to me. It's like, I don't really care. But then, if I tell my mom that I'm going to do it, it's, of course, I have to do it. But at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? You're going to give $4,000 more to Levinson's, who doesn't need it, to be spoken about by a person that doesn't know you, who is an official rabbi, who has never met you ever in your life. And you're going to get the 3 friends that you have still living to show up, plus the rest of the family. Like, can't we take that same money and put it into just having a nice celebration of life and catering it at your home instead, which, by the way, we're still going to need to do anyway. It's not like we're going to have the service and then say goodbye, everybody. It's like, okay, well, since we only get this facility for 30 fucking minutes, let's just meet at Mom's house, which is a mile away, and we'll have people bring in food and we'll talk about her and all of that. And the rabbi will probably come to the house too. I'm like, fuck. God, the whole thing is just a fucking racket. I can't. I'm just mad. I'm not mad at my mom. I'm just mad at the what's it called? It's not like the government. What do you call the
system?
The system, right.
the
I'm mad.
understood.
I'm mad at the system, the fucking system that says this is what we have to do. I have never been a have to do guy.
Mhm.
So for
I'm
me,
with you.
it just fries my fritters.
I'm with you.
Okay. I just have a couple more things very short on my list. How we doing on time? How long we been doing this?
I don't even know when we started because we didn't
started-
start on time.
We've been doing this about 50 minutes. I think it's been recorded.
I think
for
it's about
50 minutes.
right.
Okay. All right. A couple quick things. First, I have a Mustang rental tomorrow. I'm very excited to be able to take my Mustang out and go to Santa Barbara, the courthouse where they're doing a photo shoot for 2 hours, and I get a couple $100. I like that.
It's for like a wedding.
Yeah, they're
courthouse.
eloping. They're eloping, and they want
Nice.
to do this. Okay, that was one thing. The other thing is, have you noticed that your cell phone or your cable bill, does it like inch up?
Oh
every
yeah,
month?
creeps up. Oh, it does.
I seem to recall my internet bill being $70 a month when we first signed up. Now we've been with Spectrum for now, I think 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
My bill, I don't look at it. It just gets put on the credit card, so I don't really look at it. I saw my credit card bill. It was $120. It's like almost doubled in the last 4 or 5 years.
Dude, let me tell you what you do. You should call Spectrum, tell them you want to cancel, and they're going to say why. And you're going to say, I got a better deal with, like, it'd be a good idea to look up like who else
like
provides.
T-Mobile's 5G service is $50 a month.
There you go. And you can get that at your house.
At my house, they have.
You should
capacity to
100%
do that.
tell them that. And I guarantee you they will match that rate.
Mm.
They don't want to lose you. They won't argue. If you, I don't think if you tell them $20 a month, they're going to match that. But at $50 a month, they are basically going to go, hey, well, have you been happy with our service? If you could keep us, and have you had the new one installed yet? Because if you haven't, I think we could match that rate. I guarantee you they will.
Do you still have the 2 internet services at your house?
So that's exactly what happened. In fact, let's see, I had Optimum and Fiber First. Okay. So I had Optimum, right? And I liked having the 1G service.
Right.
Because, we got like lots of people in the house and we got lots of devices and shit going, right? And I think when it started out, it was $80 or something, right? And then it also crept up to where it was like around $100 a month. Yeah. And then Fiber First came in and they were like, we're doing it for $40 a month and locked in for a year, right? So it's not like we'll give you 3 months at $40. Right. Locked in for a year.
Wow.
So I did that. Like I basically called them and I said, yep, I'm down. They come in, they install it. I call Optimum and I'm like, I'm canceling. And they're like, hey, no, don't do that yet. And I said, look, I've already got the other one installed. You guys are way too fucking expensive. You should have thought about this ahead of time. And they said, well, look, how about this? You don't know what the new service is going to be like yet. How about we give you 2 months for free, right? We're not going to charge you at all. Now, at the end of 2 months, you let us know because the other service may not be good. We can match their rate. We'll give it to you for $50 a month or something, right?
For how long?
And I can't remember if they said a specific time. Might have been a year or something.
But 2 months free plus whatever. Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
So I was like, okay, I'm down. And so for the first 2 months, I'm using the new one and it was good. There were a couple times where it cut out like internet does. Right.
Right.
And I just switched and I'm like, fuck, this is like great. I just switch Wi-Fi's if one of them's out. Right. And so at the end of 2 months, they didn't call me. They're just like, we're going to charge you if you don't call and cancel.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, now I've got 2 internet providers. One of them is always working and I'm paying less than I was for the single one before. I'm like, I like this. I'm going to keep it. But then, so that was probably a year ago I did that or more. Right. And then both of them went to raise the rates, happened to be right around the same time. And I said, hey, how can I get a cheaper rate? And they're like, you can do 500 megabit instead of the gigabit, right? For, keep the rate you've got. And I'm like, done. And I have not noticed any difference in the speed. If I do a speed test, sometimes it's still close to a gig even though I'm on the
They probably never
slower
even
service.
threw the switch. They probably just like, fucking just tell him. Just tell him. We don't have to do anything. It's too much labor. He had to flip a switch on his side. It was way too much work.
Yeah. But as soon as we finish up, I'm telling you, you should call Spectrum and be like, hey, I'm going with T-Mobile. And they're going to be like, no, please no. They will beg you and lower your rate.
The thing, the hesitation for me, not for making the call, I will make the call, but the hesitation for me is that, I mean, relatively speaking, $120 a month for cable, for internet, and the $100 that I pay for my cell phone. So for $220 a month, I have basically all my communication needs for turnkey and for me personally and for any other shit that I'm doing. I'm like, it's still relatively inexpensive to run my entire life in business.
You've made that argument before. And while I agree with parts of it, my argument to that would be, okay, I get that you receive more than $220 a month of value from it, right?
Yeah.
But what if you could get the same thing for half of
I
that?
agree. That's why I'm not going to hesitate to call. But ultimately, if they say, you've probably done this before, you've moved providers of something and you were like, fuck,
right?
Like I moved from AT&T to Verizon,
right,
when I was in Baltimore for about 10 minutes.
I remember.
It was horrible. It was the worst. And then when I moved here, I had AT&T and I'm like, I can't even make a phone call from my fucking house. So then I started looking up, well, who's got a good service in Ojai? And they're like, oh, T-Mobile is the best here in Ojai. And I switched there. That was a good one. So sometimes I do the move and I'm like, oh God, that was the worst thing to save a nickel. Like I have no problem with Spectrum. They seem to always be on super fast service where I am. I'm hardwired into their system here. It's fiber, like so many good things. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I should still try to get them less expensive for mine.
Exactly. I agree 100%. If it comes down to you have to switch to T-Mobile to get cheaper and you're not sure if it's going to be as good, yeah, I would hesitate. But I'm guaranteed you are not going to. All you have to do is make the threat and they are going to back down immediately.
Got it. Okay. Well, I will give that a shot. Even if they give me a year at $80 again, that's still $400, $500 this year that I would save on the service, which again is, I'd rather have the money than give it to Spectrum. It doesn't make any sense, but they don't need my money.
Totally. And you absolutely should throw out the rate that you can get with T-Mobile, $50. If you don't do that, they'll offer to discount it, but it won't be anywhere near that cheap.
So this has been a really interesting episode. I mean, we've gone everything from television to supplements to Cialis to
and by the way, if you hadn't figured it out yet, maybe this happens to be the first episode you've ever listened to. I want to make something very, very, very clear.
Make it clear.
Doug and I are not medical professionals. We are not giving out medical advice. Don't fucking listen to what we have to say.
No, especially don't listen, even though the stock market has done wonders for me. I think I've made more in the stock market this week than I've ever made in my entire stock market performance history.
Wow. How's your Bitcoin doing?
How is Bitcoin doing? Let's take a look at Bitcoin. You know, it's funny. I bought Bitcoin at, I think, let me tell you what the price that I paid or the average price that I paid. Let me go over to my Robinhood account. So right now, my Robinhood account started at $2,000. I don't know if you remember, we started adding $50 and then it's somewhere around $2,000. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get serious about this shit. Yeah. My can you see what the value of my Robinhood account is right now?
Yeah, but you're putting money in it every month.
I contribute $200 a month and have for the last 2 years that we've been doing this.
Yeah, so you're putting putting almost $5,000 a year into it.
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm just curious, what was the base price of one Bitcoin when you purchased it?
Bitcoin, when I bought it, I paid average cost. I can't do average cost. I think I paid $38,000 or $39,000 for Bitcoin. It was up to $120,000 at its high point. Right now, it's at 63.
Oh my God! It went down to 63.
So my total return on it is 9.2%.
Okay, so it's up basically just under 10%. Wow,
Yeah.
that's so crazy. It went back to 60.
I know. I was up over like almost 200% on Bitcoin, but I didn't sell it. You know what I've done? I've actually just kept buying. I just keep
Yeah.
buying it. I mean, it's not a
Okay.
lot. I buy like $20 a month or $40 a month or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what's really doing well right now. Let me take a look at my my Apple stock. Apple is doing, yeah, Apple's at 305 today as of the recording of this. And I think I bought it at, yeah, my average cost is 236.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at 304 right now. So on Apple, I'm up almost 30%. What about
Nice.
Nvidia? How am I doing on Nvidia?
Oh, Nvidia. I bought some Nvidia. I'm up 27% from when I bought it.
Nvidia. Let's check Nvidia. Nvidia. Okay. My Nvidia is up. My average cost is $149. Nvidia is at 225 as of today. I'm up 51% on Nvidia
Nice.
over the last couple of years. I buy, again, just $20 a month. I think that's the best way to go. It's just put in, it's called Nice Guy Community. We are not financial advisors. We're not giving financial advice. But my advice, if I was to give advice to anybody that would ask me, dollar cost averaging always works for you in the long run. Just buy a small amount every month. Don't put $200 at one time. Buy $20 a month for 10 months. You'll buy it when it's higher. You'll buy it when it's lower. The stock market's going to go through its ups and downs in that 10 or 12 month period of time. And that is what has gotten me overall my return. Let me look at my overall return. Now, this would be including money that I've put in, but doesn't include the money as a part of the percentage that I am up. I am up for overall, I am up $4,000. So I put in a total of 10,000. I'm up 4,000. I'm up 38.71% in the overall.
Nice. 38% is fucking great.
Which is good. It's not quite as good as it would be if I was a, what's the guy? Who's his Jim Cramer? Have you ever watched that guy, Jim Cramer?
Oh, Mad Money, Jim Cramer.
Is that what it's called? The Motley Fool or whatever, maybe it is.
I thought it was Mad Money, right?
You could be right. Something like that. Anyhow, we've talked about money. We've talked about Cialis, Spectrum, pre-planning, cremation, TV shows. We are the full gauntlet of everything that we have.
Except for one thing.
What?
This is what happens when I let you run it.
Oh, no.
We haven't done the voicemails. We have 3 voicemails.
Oh, shit. Okay.
See, now if I could have used Hindenburg, then I would have pushed you, but I didn't.
Why didn't you remind me? You forgot to remind me.
Reminded you.
Hold on, let's go in voicemail. You probably just have a.
I do need to figure out what's the thing with Hindenburg. So I must have bought Hindenburg.
Yeah, many years ago.
7, 8, 10 years ago, maybe at least probably 10 years ago when it first came out, and I paid $300 for just a permanent license for it.
Yep.
They're doing a subscription model now, but I checked the upgraded version of it, and I don't like it as much. But I'm wondering if this old, I mean, they have updated the old one many times, but who knows? Maybe there's a problem with Zoom now, and I'm going to have to actually go to the new subscription version instead.
I hate that for us. Hold on. I did not put share sound. I got the share sound in there now. Okay. Are you seeing the voicemail window right now?
I'm seeing, yes.
Okay. You'll have to give me I don't see you anywhere. Oh, I see you now. So if you hear the voicemail when I play it, so pretend we've just played the voicemail from Jared theme song, and here is voicemail number 1.
Hello, Doug. Hello, Strickland. I'm glad to hear that the tickets for the Southwest debacle were a catalyst for something great. So I can't wait to hear how the trip to San Diego goes. And I hope you do have a blast. It sounds truly amazing.
Great time, by the way.
I'm going to tell you about this. It was the atomic bomb I was talking about, and it was in World War II that I was talking about. So what happened was Kyoto was actually, there were 4 cities that they were kind of like planning to bomb for, I think, like, militarial advantage. So there were 4 cities on that list. Kyoto was one of them. And Henry Stimson, who was the U.S. Guy of war, he had been to Kyoto once with his wife. I think it was like an anniversary trip or a honeymoon, something monumental for them. And they both like fell in love with Kyoto, and it had like these beautiful gardens, and they were just in love with it. So he was like fighting to get Kyoto off this list of cities that they would choose. And it worked. He repeatedly said like, we're taking this off the list until it got off the list. So, and the reason I was saying that was a fluke was because, I mean, he had like a personal interest in that city. Otherwise, he may have not said anything, and maybe the bomb would have still been dropped in the same place. But maybe not, you know? So it was that kind of example. But I do want to make sure that I say life is a series of fortunate and unfortunate. Don't worry. I do see both sides of the coin. I don't just think it's like a whole bunch of catastrophes one after the other. There is a book I read. I don't read a lot of nonfiction, but I did read the book Fluke by Brian Klaas, Klaas, a couple years ago. And I have to tell you, it was the most life-changing read. He gives all these just amazing examples of things where it's like, if you had just been there 1 second earlier, your whole life would look different. It's super cool. So, okay. Anyway, on that note, happy Friday. Yeah, okay. That's all. Thanks for the episode. Bye-bye now.
That was good. That was like a full service message. She referenced what happened, what we talked about. Then she came up with the answer to the question that we still had outstanding, and then she added to that too. That was like a class 1 voicemail. That's Nice Guy Community. That's how you leave a voicemail.
That's how you leave a voicemail. Now, Fluke is apparently available on Audible.
And do they have a podcast also? Because I think I'd be interested if there was a podcast called Fluke.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Brian Klaas has a podcast on Fluke, but
you know what we could
chaos and wit, why everything we do matters. So interesting.
You know, if you are still able to have full access to Hindenburg, and the only thing you can't do is play our voicemails, all we need to do is figure out a way that I can get the theme song for the voicemail.
Yeah, I mean, I can send you the theme song, or I can find another, audio app that I could use. Not Audible. I could use Audacity or something if we need. I just, I didn't think to check that Hindenburg was updated and then go into a Zoom meeting on my own before we connected to do it. I should have tested it, but I can do that this week.
All right, we got 2 more voicemails, and let's get to this one.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here. Voicemail number 1. Let's see. Friday's episode, Doug, you started off by talking about being excited to be home and being in your own bed, and you mentioned mattresses, and you said Erica told you something about stop off-gassing. Nope, that wasn't me. That was Emily.
Really?
And how I know that is Emily used to sell mattresses.
Oh,
and
right.
Really great kind, and she knows all about that stuff. I might have shared with you the mattress we use by European Sleepworks, and that I love it. And no, this isn't a plug for them, but that's what. And I might have shared that, but when it comes to knowing about mattresses and off-gassing, I'm pretty sure that wasn't me. That was Emily. So there's that. Let's see if I can fit the other answer to the question you asked into this same. Nope. You know what? I'm going to have to call you back. All right. Talk to you later. That's the first thing. Not me with the off gas. Okay. Bye.
There's plenty of off-gassing that goes on at our house. That's even when we're not on the bed, though, too.
By the way, I looked it up. So I've got Spotify, and Fluke, Chance, Chaos, and Why Everything We Do Matters is available on the audio version on Spotify. So I'm going to download this and check it out.
That's very cool. So I didn't realize that you could get books on Spotify too.
Oh yeah. I love Spotify.
All right, let's play the second voicemail. And I think she said she was going to leave a second one. So this one looks like it's from Erica as well.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here. Voicemail number 2. So, Doug, you asked about the origin of the soapstone carving that my husband Steve and I got for Strickland and Vera, and Strickland put a picture of it up in the community, so if people want to see that, they can.
Nice.
Yes, there's history. So early on, when the very first year Steve and I were married, and we've been married 38 years now, he pretty much a few weeks after we got married went on a business trip to Maryland, and we were in California. And when he had found a little a gift shop there with hand carved little statues and things made by people in Africa out of soapstone. And when he was there, he brought home a gift for us, and he said, "Here, open this up." I got it while I was gone, and it was one of these soapstone statues, and it's like a continuous loop that almost looks like it's two loops put together, one inside the other. And he said, "I got this at this shop in DC. I think it was in DC, and it's soapstone carved by people in Africa. It supports their community and the arts there, and it's called the marriage knot, and it represents two things coming together as one, and it's all carved out of one particular soapstone." He said, "So this is to remind us that whenever I travel," because he does for his business, that we're always together and we're always one. And it has been on, wherever we've lived, it's been on the mantle with us the entire time. And it became something that we now give to people that have just gotten married, and we tell them, we hope it represents for you guys always being together, and you last as long as we do and longer. So that's why we got it for Vera and Strickland, and people can see it in the community because, excuse me, Strickland posted a picture.
Did that stop it? Oh, fuck.
Well, I'm wondering if it was the end of 3 minutes. She might have gotten cut off.
Oh, hold on a second. I didn't mean to do that. If I did do that, hold on. I'm just going to download this for a second so I don't have to go back to it again. March 12th of 2016, just so everybody knows, was the first day that we actually got a voicemail.
Wow, that's crazy.
But I think I may have, when I only selected it, I didn't want to play it. It looks like I may have, hold on, let's go back all the way back up to the top. Let's find, oh yeah, she was cut off. She was. That
was the end of 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was the end of her voicemail. Because what didn't we just hear? Hold on, let's just play the last 5 seconds again.
Ready that info if they ever want it, because it really supports the communities there. And
yeah, I think we heard that. Erica, thank you for that message. Thank you for correcting us and putting us down the right path about the mattresses. I completely forgot Emily worked at a mattress store, so we should have remembered that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, full circle episode today, Strickland Bonner. I think this was some quality content.
Definitely high quality content. Yep.
Next week, let's see if we remember this. Let's play the first voicemail that we ever got back in 2016.
You still have it?
I do. I have all the voicemails. I've never erased a voicemail.
Get out.
I have every single voicemail that was ever left for the Nice Guys on Business podcast.
Well, don't spoil the surprise. I'm dying to hear the very first voicemail left for us, because I don't even know who it was.
Oh, you don't even. Oh, I told you don't listen to the episode then.
Because you said it and I wasn't
said it,
listening.
You just weren't listening.
I was not paying attention. It's very possible.
All right. Well, we'll cut. It's very possible. It's definitely possible.
It's 100% that you said it and I completely missed it. Yeah.
All right. Let's head out of here this week. We'll see you guys again next week. We got many more surprises. Maybe not quite as many topics next week. In the meantime, Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. And may the force be with them. They need all the help they can get.